Welcome to Paradise Point State Park in Washington on the Columbia River, or near the Columbia River, I should say.
Right.
Normally we film this in the best place we can find in the state park. That's probably down at the river under the bridge.
At
but
Paradise Point.
But it is so loud down there we couldn't hear anything.
Couldn't even hear ourselves
So
think.
I will put it in as overlay so you can see what it's like down there. And maybe even splice in a little bit of the noise from down there. I can hear the trucks going by with their Jake brakes on right now.
Wow.
So
peaceful setting.
I don't know that there is a great spot in this state park.
Now people are really enjoying camping here. So maybe camping is the best thing. People have their families and friends with lots of stuff out. So the camping part is, you know, it is what it is, and just sometimes just being outside, but you can't have a campfire right now because there's a fire ban. So everybody's making do and having a good time.
And we'll tell you about the things you can do here.
We're here in mid to late August, and we're an hour and a half away from the coast, which is a huge difference in terms of weather and temperature. So today it was 99 degrees. On the coast it was so much cooler. It was at least 20 degrees cooler. So summertime is really a great time to be in the Pacific Northwest unless you start going inland. So right now pretty sweaty. So summer, if you want to be hot, if you don't care about that, great. We can't use our air conditioner in this site because we don't have electric, so we're a little bit hot. We have all the fans going. Spring is also a really nice time to be here because it's not going to be too hot or too cold. It's a lot more rainy in the spring, but you'll see more flowers. You'll see more water in the waterfalls. And fall is a beautiful time to come too because it's such temperate weather. You can have lots of really great weather and not be too hot, not too cold, and have all the gorgeous foliage, fall foliage.
Now, you might be wondering, what can you do at this park?
It's called Paradise Point.
So it should be a paradise.
Yes.
I think Christina's going to struggle with this one.
I think I am.
I would say most people are going to come here for the little beach thing that's down under the bridge.
Beach thing.
I don't know what else to call it because
it's Paradise Point. That's actually what the state park is named after, is Paradise Point, which is along a river, and it's like a point because there's a curve in the river, but it's directly underneath a bridge, which is the interstate.
Right
I-5.
Underneath the
it
northbound lanes of I-5.
Loud. So loud. And there were people sitting there like in their beach chairs and picnicking. And I'm like, why would you ever sit here? I could see maybe putting your kayaks in or a boat in there
and floating down
the river. But everybody was just sitting there and it was so loud.
So typical river activities, you can fish, you could put in your paddle boats or your kayaks or something.
The water does get deep fairly quickly. It is sandy. It's a sandy point and sandy down, but it gets deep pretty fast. But it's not a quick flow river.
No, not impressed. They also had frisbee golf.
Yeah, and
including one of the holes is up underneath the bridge even further.
So if you throw your frisbee and you go past the little thingy that it gets caught in, and it goes up under the bridge, somebody's gonna have to go get it in the dark, in the spider webs, in the bird's nest.
There's one little hike that goes to a supposed waterfall, but the park staff told us.
You're funny.
Well, it's not. I guess I should say
it's
not supposed. It's a seasonal.
Yes, there we go.
Waterfall. It's very small.
And right now it's a trickle. You said.
No, he said there's nothing right now.
Oh, nothing. Even though there's been lots of rain. There was a drought for a while, and then there was lots of rain.
We're in a fire ban right now in the end of August in Washington, in this county.
So
it's been very dry.
It is blazing hot right now, so it's going to be 100 degrees here tomorrow.
It's August 22nd, and 90. I think we hit 99 today.
You don't have to go very far east of the coast to really start feeling the heat in summer.
We were just up in Astoria, and we thought it was going to be similar temperatures down here.
It looked like it, and then all of a sudden, bam, 5 days in a row of 90, high 90s and 100s.
Okay, so the question is, what else can you do here besides picnicking and bird watching? Camping.
So we're here on a Friday night. I wouldn't say, I mean, it is packed.
It is packed. Every site is full.
there's nobody at that site right now, but it's still, around dinner
Yep.
time. But
It'll fill
people
in.
are here for the weekend. It looks like family reunions are here. It looks like there's 20 plus people at one campsite.
Very
20
small
plus
park,
people
too.
in another. Yeah. So
Very small park with close together sites. So
nice picnic tables though. Nice fire pit.
So there's picnicking, there is swimming, river activities like with stand-up paddleboards or kayaks, it's frisbee golf, one little waterfall that you may not want to visit.
And here's the thing.
That's about
we
it.
We are an hour away from a multitude of amazing waterfalls, which is why we're staying here, because we're on our way down through the Columbia River Gorge. So we are about an hour away. We have another stop, another state park that we're going to stop at, actually by all of those most famous waterfalls. So
Yeah, so don't expect many activities when you come to this park. Know what you're getting into.
some people are here definitely just for camping, just for being out in the woods, although we can hear the highway right
Not out in the
there.
woods.
We are in the woods. It's pretty woods. They're pretty woods, but
We're next to the highway.
we're next to the highway. But it's not as loud as down by the bridge at
This is a rough
Paradise
one.
Point.
This is a rough one.
Yeah.
For a single night here at Paradise Point State Park, we paid $50, including an $8 reservation fee and the cost of the site, and we're at a dry site. I believe the dry site is $42 and the power and water site is $51, if I remember what the ranger said correctly. Plus the $8 reservation fee gets you to $50 or $59. That's a pretty expensive site. All right, so for paying $50 a night, what do we get for campsites? There are 79 total sites here. That includes some with hookups, power and water, some with no hookups, some primitive sites, and 2 yurts. What do you think so far?
Well, we're paying an awful lot of money for a very uneven site. I'm afraid I might not realize that the edge of the driveway is there. I'm afraid I'm going to roll my ankle on that. And the other side, we don't want to park closer to the other side because there's tree roots that are making a big lump on that side. So we would be sleeping like that.
Yep, and I'm lazy and I'm not breaking out the blocks. We're close enough to level, but it's a little finicky getting in here. This campground is not big rig friendly. Their largest site is 40 feet, and that includes your vehicle that's going to be with it. So bigger rigs aren't going to fit in here. They probably won't even make the turns to get in here. The campsite is dirt.
Yep.
Very dirty dirt.
And gravel. Dirt and gravel. Yep. And it's sloped, which would be good in the rain. I guess it would go down into the bushes over there.
Also becomes a big mud pit in the rain.
Yep.
You have your standard campfire ring and your picnic table.
Nice picnic table.
Both look fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, they're great. They're not just wood. The wood, especially out west in rainy areas, gets rotted pretty fast. So this is actually a metal picnic table with a plastic top that's like fake wood. So you'll melt it if you put something hot on it, but it cleans pretty easy and you don't get splinters and stuff. That's nice.
The sites are a mix of open, partly shady, and full shade, I would say. So check the map if you need one of those specifically.
We're mostly shade here, but we have enough sky to get to see the stars if there's any stars,
solar.
and get solar
and get Starlink, most importantly, which we'll talk about next. So options for connectivity. There is no Wi-Fi here. There is pretty good cell service because we're so close to the highway and so close to towns. So you probably have a couple bars of cell service. And then Starlink is going to depend on what site you're in and what generation you have. We're in a partly shaded site, so we do have some trees overhead, but we have the Gen 3 and it seems to be working pretty good. Some other sites here are more in the shade, and that's going to struggle there. And then there's some really open sites, which of course is going to make your rig heat up as well, but you'd get great Starlink. All right, I think our list of amenities is going to be pretty short. There is a dump station here. There is a trash dumpster. If I'm listing that second, It's pretty slim. And there are some bathrooms with flush toilets and showers, and that's
The
it.
shower looked pretty good. It was very clean, actually. And what I love about this shower, the one shower for women, one shower for men, it's an individual locking shower. So you can lock yourself in and feel
Our favorite
safe.
kind.
Yes. And it was super clean. It was clean.
Yeah, no drawbacks to the bathrooms.
Well, the bathroom was pretty old, and the floor is
Worn out?
the floor is worn out enough that whatever was the original floor, you can see all of the foot patterns where people are standing by the sink or at the toilet.
Yeah, it does look like the other half of this loop, where the sites with power and water are, there's a newer bathroom, so maybe they're making renovations.
Oh, we'll check that one out.
So,
But there are electric outlets. Sometimes I don't mention that, but it's important sometimes to know that there's an electrical outlet in there if you have a curling iron, a hairdryer, or I see a lot of times people are charging their phones if they don't have an electric site.
there are water spigots throughout the campground, so you could fill
With
up.
threaded.
They are threaded, so
Yeah.
you could pull up, but you'd have to park on the side of the main road in order to get a hose
and
out
kind
and
of at
block
somebody's
everybody.
site because
Uh-huh.
they're actually right next to people's sites. So
There is a
Yeah.
freshwater fill at the dump station as well. The black tank rinse is not threaded, so that's going to encourage people to thread their hoses onto the freshwater fill and use that for their black tank flush. We don't like that. We will use it in a pinch, but we really don't like to use that. So that's about it for this campground. Not great. Now the $1 million question here is, do we like this park?
I mean, there's woods and
She's
trees.
hesitating.
For the question for me, would I come back here? Would I purposely choose to come back here? No, I would not.
No, I would not either. It's not a terrible park, but I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty noisy night with the amount of people packed in here in such a small space and the noise of the highway. And for $50 a night, there's better options in the area.
I was going to say, we would probably choose an RV park down the road that's a little bit cheaper because we just want a place to stay that's pretty, that's nice, that's safe on our way into the gorge to see the waterfalls. And so we thought we'd try this one out. We knew that it was by the highway, so we knew that
Yep, we knew
coming
what we were
in.
getting into.
Right.
But they said there was a beach by the river, and
There is a beach down by the river.
that would not be relaxing to sit down there with all that
so
noise from the truck. So
yeah.
I think for me, this one's a thumbs down. Unfortunately, another Washington State park with just mediocre amenities, mediocre activities, high prices, and kind of a cramped, crowded campground.
We did not even talk about, we came to our campsite and there's trash everywhere.
Yeah,
Trash
that could be a
everywhere in
one-off
this
thing,
site.
hopefully.
Hopefully it's
So
one
we'll
off,
pick it up
but-
and hopefully they'll do better next time.
Mhm.
But I think 2 thumbs down for now.
Yeah, see you up the road.
Thanks.